Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Maker Monday. My name is Amy Howard, and I'm going to show you today how to be able to create an adorable farmhouse pillow, quick and easy, that you can enjoy the bragging rights big time in your house. So let's take a look at it really quickly. And of course, as always, as we do on Maker Mondays, we put these bundles together that you don't have to go all around town finding everything. It all comes together for you in a easy peasy kit that allows you to be able to turn around and recreate this yourself. So you're going to notice we've got this, it's kind of a duck material pillow that comes in your kit. We're going to be able to create this adorable gingham pattern in black and red, as well as our farmhouse animals here. So you can change it around. There's some words on here if you want to be able to add them. This is just an idea or a suggestion that you can do. So in the bundle that we have for you, you're going to receive a red and a black gel ink. Now, these gel inks, guys, are permanent. The cool thing about it is these are going to be permanent on your, whether you want to do t-shirts or pillows or drapes or whatever. It's a really fun, easy way to be able to add some very different customized decor items to your home. The other thing you're going to receive is you're going to get this pillow. You'll get the pillowcase. It does not have the fill in it, but you'll get the pillowcase. You'll get a spreader. You're also going to get this gingham check, which you can use on a ton of different projects, as well as one of our brand new stencils with our farm animals. So, and I've seen so many people that have done really cute signs, and they've played around with our words and the animals on here and put them like with fresh milk on a jar. I saw that for their milk in their refrigerator with the cow. Thought it was adorable. You can use our ink on glass and ceramic. It washes very well. It hand washes. Now, with a lot of uses in the dishwasher, it probably would come off after a time. It's not a ceramic paint. We're getting ready to have a ceramic paint, I can say that. So we're excited about that. But this is primarily used for clothes, baseball caps, t-shirts, pillowcases. You can customize some pillowcases. It would be so cute. One thing that we're going to do later on our pillow, if you're just now popping on, we're actually going to come back and do the gingham on the back. And I think it would be adorable to do another pillow next to it that was maybe all gingham. And I like filling my pillows a little fuller. The example here in the studio is not, but it's always nice to really have it nice and full with a down fill. All right, so one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to have to set your stripes. Now, you are going to need a measuring tool or a ruler. You're going to need some scissors, some tape. I like frog tape. It's got a little bit more grip to it as far as coming on this fabric. And you need something to be able to burnish it with. Now, this is just a stir stick that we have here in the studio because burnishing is going to be key. Remember, this the stencils do have some adhesive quality to them, but we want to make sure that you have a nice clean edge to be able to start with. Now, on this pillow, what we did is we laid down our tape and we created a 3-inch stripe. So I'm going to lay this tape down just to let you kind of see here on that edge. The other thing that I would probably suggest doing is to iron this pillow after you get it in the bundle. Just iron it, make sure it lays down really flat, and you want to be able to have a nice surface that you're working on. Now, the other thing that you might want to do is you might want to just unzip it. It does have a zipper. You can unzip it and you can put a piece of cardboard or something in here, or a piece of paper. That way it won't bleed through to the other side. You just want to protect it. A lot of times when working on tea towels, we'll lay them out flat. This whole ensemble would be an adorable tea towel too. So just make sure you put something inside. And now I'm going to measure out 3 inches like this. So this is going to be the opposite side of where my tape is going to go. If you want to be able to have a little pencil to be able to mark that, probably a smart thing to do. So that way you want to lay a pencil mark here and here, just to make sure it's all going to be about the same. Now, as always, as you're watching this, if you're catching us live, we'd love you to be able to ask questions. I've got people here on Instagram as well as Facebook that can ask questions, so that way We want to make sure that you are successful in your project. All right, so you're going to lay this down like this, and then I want you to come on the other side and do the same thing. Because the main thing is I want a 3-inch stripe. Let's just take a look one more time. I want you to have a 3-inch stripe on either side. That acts as a visual framework for the animals that we're going to be putting in the center. All right, so now after you've laid this in, you want to make sure, I would probably come back and iron that a little bit. I want you to come back with your burnishing tool. This is a very, very important part of this, guys. I want you to, this is the part that you're going to be painting, so just burnish it really well. You can take the butt of a brush. I'm going to grab my glasses real quick. You can grab the butt of a brush if you want. You can use a popsicle stick. I just want to make sure that you burnish it really, really well, because you do not, if you don't, it'll get like a little tunnel and your ink will go down in there and it'll bleed, and you want a really nice clean edge. All right. Now remember, if you're familiar with like our chalk art or our inks, we have a lot of different products that you can use with our stencils. But if you're going to be working on fabric, you need to be working with our gel inks. So the way we've put this bundle together, you get samples of the black and the red ink, but these go a long, long way. All right, so these spreaders are just an easy tool for you to be able to use to get a lot of ink on. So I'm going to open this up like this. Now, as I'm laying in this first groundwork, let's take a look over here again, what it is that we're doing. You're going to lay in your red first, and then your red is going to need to dry. You don't have to heat set it before you do the other one, but you do need to make sure that it dries. All right, so I'm just going to come back. I'm going to lay this in just a little bit. You don't have to put it on really, really thick, believe it or not. A little bit of ink is going to go a long way. Look at that. See how easy that is? I would prefer for you to go up and down, but if you want to be able to lay this ink down, to be able to get to the side like this, you can. I'm going to grab just a little bit more because I want you to be able to tell. If you're watching us live, send us some love. Let me know where you're from. Let me know. I'd love for you to use this forum too to be able to share projects that you've done. That's very inspiring. And if you haven't seen our new color transfers, you need to go to our website and check that out. All right, so this gives you an idea of what we're going for. I'm going to continue on and make sure that I have 2 solid red stripes on either side. And I have one, it's like a little test kitchen. I have one that's already finished. All right, so just make sure that this is dried. You don't have to heat set it again until you are completely finished. All right, so I'm going to lay that down. Now I'm going to come back with my stencil, my gingham check, and I'm just going to tell you, look at this toolbox. Can I pull this and let you see? See this adorable little toolbox? I got this at my favorite little haunt on Summer Avenue, the Antique Warehouse Mall here in Memphis. And I just used red chalk art for that. Isn't that fun? So that way when I'm tired of it, I can just wipe it off. But I love being able to use that on a lot of different things. I think it's really cute. And getting ready for the holidays and for Christmas is just such a cute design to be able to use and incorporate with different things. All right, so the other thing that we want to do is we're going to need 3 inches of this gingham. So our stripe that we've measured here is 3 inches. So I want you to be able to measure over. See, don't include the border, but use the 3 inches here. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3. Each of these little squares is an inch square. So I'm going to move over and I'm going to have 3 of those. I'm actually going to cut the stencil. If you're not used to the Maker Studio stencils, they are adhesive. They're a mesh material. They're nothing like something that you do on a Cricut. They're a mesh material. You can wash these and you can use them over and over and over again. All right, so I'm gonna pull this away from the backing like this, and see that mesh material? See where you can see my fingers through it? Look at that. You're gonna be pushing that ink through that mesh material. All right, so I'm gonna lay the border on the outside of this. Don't include the border. See how I am, this area right here, because this is the gingham that I'm wanting. Okay. And then just press that in. I need to come over just a little bit. Now, look at the other thing that I've done. I've kept my tape on here. Don't take your tape off. All right, so you want to make sure that your spreader is completely clean. Probably want to get some of that off, but I'm just gonna go on and show you. Now, lay this down, press that through. Have a pig, or you can do 3 chickens, or you can use some of the words, whatever. I love you being able to customize it, make it any way you want. So I'm going to cut these up, and I want to show you how you're going to lay them out. And the pig. Are there any questions? How are we doing? And remember, these can be used over and over and over again. You can use the ink as well. You'll have some ink left over. So you could go and create a milk bottle to be, or a milk pitcher with this cow on it and say farm fresh milk. Love that. All right, so you just want to place your animals in like this. So you want to make sure that they're centered, and how you can stack them. If you want to be able to add the words at the bottom, just move them up just a little bit like this. All right, so I'm going to move these down just a little bit. And I'm going to remove the back. Again, these are adhesive. The same mesh material. Look at the detail in that. You can't get this look with a Cricut. It's just this beautiful fine detail that makes it look old. Like it's got some beautiful age to it. I saw somebody that used these on some galvanized buckets, which is adorable. Make sure that your stencil is laid down. It's probably good to be able to come back and just measure it. Make sure they're about the same distance on the bottom. And then once I do one, I'll come back and I'm just gonna stack them on top of one another. So just come back as with all of our stencils. Because you don't have a whole lot of edge here, if you're more comfortable, you can put a little bit of tape, just strictly to give you some wiggle room. Because you want to make sure that you don't get the ink on this edge, just to be safe. You know what, I'm going to do that because I want to show you what it is that I'm talking about, just to kind of protect your workspace. So just like this, I don't need this tape for anything but some protection. Make sure you burnish that because I don't want to get the ink on the outside of my pillow. Here's the other thing. After you're finished with your pillow, allow it to dry at least 2 hours, guys. because that allows it to go into the fiber of the pillow. And then after it's dried, at least 2 hours, if you want to let it dry overnight, it's probably good. I want you to take an iron, take a cloth, just like a tea towel, or a cloth napkin, not a paper towel, or a cloth napkin, and you want to just heat set it. I like for you to allow it to get to about 250 degrees. If you have one of those heat setters, those are even better. They're quick and easy. But you need to make sure that you heat set your pillow. Now, as a rule, I don't wash my pillows that are on my sofa. I'll touch wash them or touch clean them. But it's really not necessary to wash them. But if you do, oh, I got just a little bit on there. I just want to be able to show you the detail. Look at that. Look at that detail. Isn't that fab, guys? Do you not love that? So fun. So fun. Now let's take a look over here of what we're actually going for. So we're going to have, I'm going to allow my cowl to just set dry. I can hit it with a hairdryer. I don't have to heat set it before I continue working. I'll come back and I'll stack them, allow it to dry to the touch, probably after about 15 minutes or so. And then lay your pig, and then as far as saying farm fresh or whatever you want to be able to add, you may even come back and monogram it. The other thing that I would love for you to do is to come back and do the whole back full gingham, or maybe even do another pillow that would go right next to it. That would be that beautiful gingham. So hopefully this allows you to be able to see just how easy our stencils here at A Maker Studio are, as well as working with our gel inks. They're so easy to work with, and they're permanent for fabric, so that way you can go and create all the looks your heart desires and customize them. I think that's what makes it so fun. Don't forget to share on this page different projects that you do, because it inspires us, because it's your turn to enjoy the bragging rights. Have a fantastic week, everybody.